these two individuals are doing something that most people only dream about within this industry. You know, when you look at the private jet service that Epic has put into place, guys, they're well on their way. You know, there's a book that I read called The Magic of Compound Recruiting. And inside of that book, it talks about the building philosophies that people utilize in order to collapse time frames and build aggressively around the world. Well, that's exactly what these two individuals are doing, guys. I mean, to sit back and really just watch them work in terms of how they're guiding their team to the source of their own power, and they're doing it in such an efficient and effective way. You know, it's my pleasure to bring onto the platform both, you know, Thomas Carter as well as Ali Salih, folks. These guys are crushing this model, and you get a chance to hear from them right here on this virtual Super Saturday. Guys, if you guys don't mind, go ahead. I can't tell if your screen is showing. Okay, there you are. You are showing. All right. So yeah, Thomas and Ali, first of all, congratulations. Welcome to Epic. You guys are some of the founding members of this historic movement. And you guys are doing some amazing things, and we want the world to get a chance to really hear from you. So whichever one of you guys want to go first, feel free to go ahead and take it off. You guys are partners as well. I want to present to some, introduce to others, co-founders of the Lion's Den. I'll go ahead and turn it over to you guys.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for that. Honestly, I'm beyond grateful. I'm humbled to even just be a part of this journey. You know, this has been absolutely amazing for me. I know for Ali, for us here at the Lion's Den. You know, I just want to take a second and truly give a shout out to yourself, the entire executive team, our entire group of educators. This has honestly been the greatest month of my entire online marketing career. We have top of the line marketing tools, top of the line education, top of the line leadership. Guys, this platform, literally, I've been in this industry for about 8 years now, and this platform right here is honestly the platform that I've been praying for. This is the platform that I've been told that I was going to receive time and time again, but always fell short. This is the platform that we all have been waiting for, right? I'm the type of person that believes a man is only as good as his word. And Ali and I actually went out to Vegas. We had the honor of going out there and meeting this entire executive team, meeting the entire group of educators. And, you know, we went out there looking for a peace of mind. And when they told us what they were going to do, they told us we were going to do X, Y, Z. They have followed through on every single step. There is not one area that they have lacked. What they told us they were going to do, they went ahead and did that. And honestly, when we got to meet them, see their vision, see their passion for what it is that we're doing here, right? Mark Sterling had said, you know, we're not a network marketing company that does trading. We're a trading company that does network marketing. When I heard that, I said, all right, let's go. Like, I'm all in. Like, when I got to meet David McCovey, standing in his house, in his living room, he told us exactly what he was going to do. He's followed through with on every single thing. By far, one of the greatest leaders and owners that I've ever had the privilege of meeting and working with. You know, Josh Phelps said that everyone on this call has never had a better chance or even a position like this. And he's absolutely right. This is insane. The opportunity that we have right now is by far the greatest opportunity I've ever had in my life. This platform, this group of leaders has been amazing, right? Not even to mention the educators. The very same educators that took me, a combat vet with a traumatic brain injury that knew absolutely nothing about Forex, to becoming the person that I am today, having multiple four-figure days in trading, right? I'm not saying that for hype or anything. I'm just saying, like, true value. These guys took, like, I have a hard time learning how to trade. And the way that Coach Max and her team has been able to break it down, we got people like Aaron Crosby, we got Elise, like some phenomenal traders who broke this stuff down to where even I, somebody with a traumatic brain injury, could understand this, right? That right there speaks numbers, because if I can learn this, any single one of you can. All you have to do is apply yourself. This is literally the same company, same leaders, same education, same compensation plan. Each and every single one of us has the exact same chance of success here. The only thing we need to do is apply ourselves, right? These guys have put together the single greatest, I would say, company, Forex education platform, university, everything that I have ever seen, right? I've been in this industry for about 8 years now, and I've never seen anything remotely close to this. So much respect. Honestly, this has been amazing. I'm so happy to be a part of this. We got the Lion's Den guys. This last month has been insane, just absolutely insane. Just being able to cultivate a team of over 7,500 people in pre-launch is nuts. But the thing is I got to do it with my best friends and my family and my business partners, guys. We've been able to cultivate the greatest team and family that I have seen. This right here is amazing. Just please take full advantage of this. Don't sleep on this whatsoever. That the opportunity to go through the university alone to learn a skill set that's going to keep you and your family recession proof, that's amazing. The fact that you have the opportunity to pay it forward and receive the greatest compensation available is nuts. Not to mention the rewards that they just went over, guys. Mind blown, right? The rewards that we're going to be getting alone just for simply paying it forward, right? All we're doing is taking the single greatest university, the single greatest education, and sharing it with other people. Why are we sharing it? Because it's epic. It is amazing. It is what people need to have, right? This right here, guys, I am so humbled. I am so excited just to be even a part of this, right? Just look at our education alone. Last month, we had about 60 live sessions, and they called out over 60,000 pips between the signals and live sessions alone. If you guys would have even just took 10% of that on a micro lot size, you would have made over $600. Just if you would have took 10% of that and literally on a micro lot size, the smallest you could have, you could have made some good money, right? That's just nuts. Just please take full advantage of this here. Go in, log into the back office. If you haven't upgraded to a scholar yet, you need to do it immediately. You need to get your hands on that 2-week syllabus and get your hands on the education because it is insane. Take notes, mark up the charts, go through it, and just truly take advantage of this. But guys, what I want to do is I want to hand it over to my best friend, my business partner. Honestly, I wouldn't have been able to do half the things that I have this last month if it wasn't for Ali here. Ali Saleh, brother, I love you so much. Thank you for everything that you do for our team. Thank you for everything that you do for this company. Guys, just half the stuff that you've been able to see available is just, little nuggets from him and, being able to pass up to David McCovey, just some of the things that you've done, brother. Just, I appreciate you so much. You're truly a brother for life. And I couldn't imagine running this thing up with anybody else, bro. I want you to go ahead and take over and just let people know, what's good with Epic.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Do me a favor. Just drop a couple ones in the chat for my boy Thomas Carver because he dropped some fire. He spoke fact. So I just want to start off by thanking every single person who made Epic happen, from David McCovey all the way down to the last person who just subscribed as an IBO here at Epic and became a scholar. I appreciate every single one of you, whether you're on my team or not. Without you, none of this could have been possible, right? So we've talked about in great detail what Epic has to offer, right? We've talked about how it's changed our lives. And I just want to talk real quick about how it changed my life. And I want to talk real quick about what you need to do next, right? The testimony, guys, is crazy. Just 4 months ago, I was hosting team meetings where less than 20 people were showing up to them. I want to make that very clear. 4 months ago, I was hosting team meetings with sub 20 people. Never quit on your plan. Never quit on what you are doing. Never quit on yourself. Always know that if you show up every single day and you do what you're supposed to do every single day without fail, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Don't doubt yourself. The negative self-talk is not worth it. Negativity does not live here. It does not belong here. And I'm telling you right now, when I locked arms with network marketing again, when the pandemic hit, I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I'll keep it real with you. I was not in the right headspace. But I told myself, if I'm going to get back into this industry, I'm going to emulate the greats, and I'm going to do what they did because I want to prove to myself that the concept works, that it's a blueprint, that you do not have to be gifted, that you do not have to be propped up in a position in order for you to be successful. And I am living proof of that. Thomas is living proof of that. Each and every single one of you has the same opportunity that David McCovey has. Stop doubting yourselves and start believing in yourselves because your testimony is as good as you make it. You are the thoughts between your ears. Stop limiting yourselves. Don't put yourself in a situation where you feel that you cannot grow this business or that you can't do the things that need to be done in order for you to build and scale this business. Trading is not hard. It's a system, plug into it. Building a business is not hard. It's a system, plug into it. 80% of the battle is showing up. And I'm telling you right now, if I had not shown up, if I had not shown up to one call changed my life with network marketing. It was a social media call. I showed up to that call and I changed my life from that very simple call. Because if I told myself, if I plug into this system and it works for me, I promised myself that I will make sure I do everything in my power to build this thing out and show up for my team. Never say that you're going to do something that you can't follow up to. Always speak on what you can do. Don't make false promises. Do not build this business on hype. Always value, vision and value, and I promise you your business will be successful. Be patient with yourselves. These last 30 days have been monumental, not just for myself, but the entire organization. I'm extremely blessed. I'm super humble. And this is just the beginning. I promise each and every single one of you on this call, onboard your people properly, get them plugged into the information, become a product of the product, and watch yourself achieve what's possible. Really take advantage of what you have available with yourself inside your mind. The whole entire process here is a mind game. The more and more you talk to yourself and have the belief that you can achieve it, you will. I had a girl from my high school lock arms with us. And she told me, Ali, I want you to know that you were always poised for this position that you're in right now, right? I've been out of high school for 12 years. You know what she said? You know what I responded to her? I needed to believe it. You have to have the belief that inherently you can accomplish anything and you will. You are what you put into the universe. I promise you it is possible. It's possible for you. It's possible for your family. It's possible for every single person on this call. It's not a dream. It's hope. You are the fuel behind the hope. You are the passion behind the hope. I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I'm fighting back tears right now, guys, because I never in my life thought that this could be me. Never. Right? But I made it happen. You can too. I love every single person on this call. There will be challenges. Payment issues will arise. We'll solve them. Right? If you have 10 people drop off from your team, don't worry. We'll figure out a way to make it work. Okay? Stop focusing on the reasons why you shouldn't move forward. Focus on the outcomes. Amateurs focus on mastery, right? And professionals focus on outcomes. Move the needle forward in the right direction. You're standing on the shoulders of giants. Let's close out this fourth quarter strong and do not allow this 2020 that a lot of people are writing off. Don't write it off. Don't write off the year that should have built you into the person who you're supposed to be. I appreciate each and every single one of you. This is just the beginning. Do not rest on your laurels. Do not give up. Push forward. Get everybody upgraded and continue to build your businesses because your dreams are your reality. You are the fuel behind it. Thank you so much for listening. Peace, love. David McCovey, I owe a great deal of respect to you, brother. I mean, I don't know how he does it, answering my text messages and phone calls when he's running 2 companies, building a business. I really don't get it. I have a lot to learn from you, brother. And when I was out in Vegas, I asked him simply, I said, I see how you live. Why are you doing this, right? What is it about this platform, this opportunity now? I just don't understand it. He said, I have leaders on my team who are not living like me. So until they're living like me, I can't stop. And my response to him was, well, bro, your journey will never end because you're always going to have a new leader who doesn't live like you. And until we get there, guys, the goal doesn't stop. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to fight. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to our amazing global master ambassador, Jonathan Green. You're an absolute legend, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the floor. Lions Den out.
Ali and Thomas, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. Great job. And, you know, the best way to see if you're leading, guys, is when you look back and people are following. And these guys just said it best. 7,500 people over a 30-day window, guys. But we know that the best is yet to come because, you know, there's something called the magic of 90 days. You see, Ali just talked about it. He says, look, we have a little less than 90 days to close out 2020. And yet, in this 90-day window, this could be your best year ever, guys. I mean, we're talking about, you say, well, what will I focus on over the next 90 days? Remember, you don't get what you want out of life. You get what you picture. Remember, we talked about successful people create the conditions for success in their minds first. Well, number one, you have to set the goal. Once you set the goal, you develop the plan, and then you're going to put your head down and you're going to run for it. That means that you're going to take a chance on you. You're going to create a new normal. How do you do that? And we're going to be working with you along the way, guys. We're rolling out a weekly Saturday training at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, week after week after week. Why? Because we're going to teach the fundamentals of network marketing. We already have Epic University where we're teaching you the fundamentals of how to trade. okay? But we're going to teach you the fundamentals of network marketing. A lot of people really don't understand the psychology behind edification. It's so easy to talk bad about a person, but what if you took that energy and spoke highly of people as well? We're going to show you how impactful that is on building in this amazing industry. We're going to talk about vision. You see, that's one thing that Thomas kicked out early, right before he brought Ali on. He was painting such an amazing vision of the direction of where they're going and what this company is doing. We're also going to be talking about rejection. You know, I'll never forget it. My first time in network marketing, I remember my decision. We want to help people get through this. We want to help you become bold enough to say what it is that you need to say so that you can attract the people that you want to attract. Here I was 18 years ago. I thank God for the person who introduced me to the business, because I looked at the home-based business model that, and he, the only way that he could get me out to look at it was because he was my church basketball coach. And every time he asked me to look at his business, I said no. Finally, he started putting me on the bench every time I wouldn't look at his business. I went out, looked at his business, saw the presentation, absolutely loved it. And then I remember saying something like this. I said, well, this is a business that one of my cousins was in, and he failed at it. So I need to go and talk to my cousin to really see what happened. And thank God for him, because he says, Jonathan, with all due respect, I'd like to ask you a question. I said, sure, what's up? He said, how long have you been comparing yourself to people that fail in life? Guys, I wasn't upset with him. I was upset because for the first time in my life, I saw how negative I was. I saw how misguided I was. But we're going to teach you this from week to week, how to handle rejections and opposition, how to anticipate opposition, but to never sweat the small stuff. And this next gentleman that I'm going to highlight, folks, oh my goodness, this gentleman has accomplished something over the last 9 months that people haven't really been able to see get done in the last decade, folks. This gentleman, Mr. David Lisiaga, that name is trending around the world, folks. Why? Because this gentleman has changed so many people's lives. We had the pleasure of building with this gentleman years ago on a project. And Dave, I don't know if you remember it, but myself, you, and a few others, we were in this little side lounge area just sitting down chatting. And I was like, man, this dude is so relaxed and chill, and you're just crushing the game. But to see how you come out of the gates, man, and really to go from an idea to 6 figures a month in an environment that wasn't even built for the people, to see how you face opposition. I had the pleasure of conversing with you every day and just seeing how you handled the pressure. And when we were building out this infrastructure with Epic, bro, your name was the #1 name. We couldn't wait. You were like the #1 recruit of 2020. We said, look, this gentleman has been working on his craft for decades, has obtained massive success. And the reality is we knew that it was your time, man. But because of the value that you brought, the value that you have, and us knowing about your marketing capabilities and so forth, man, we're honored that you were willing to come over here and serve as vice president of business development. And I know that this system you're about to introduce, we wanted to put it on alert. We wanted people to be aware that this is coming your direction. Even though this is not ready to execute right now, guys, we wanted to give you an idea so that you can get excited about the tools that are in place to help you become more attractive in your building phase as well. So without any further ado, guys, I want to introduce to you guys a multiple 7-figure earner in the home-based business community, Mr. David Lisiaga. I'll turn it over to you, sir.
Yo, thanks, good brother Green. How are you, man? Man, you always get me hype. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise I'm going to be super, super short. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to everyone that is partnered with us. This is, thank you, Charlie. Someone got my slogan, your favorite marketer's favorite marketer. And I just want to go ahead and say, we've been working really, really hard in the background. And part of the reason why is because we fundamentally understand that in order to create an environment for internet marketing to work it, and let me take off my virtual background. I really don't like it because it's bugging me. But this background, like I'm waiting on furniture to get here, so it is what it is. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we've been working in the background, me and my programming team, on a whole bunch of stuff to really get Free Forex up and going. Now, what I will say is that it's 90% of the way done. And literally, multiple landing pages. I can't even begin to explain to you how much stuff is coming. A lot of you knew Free Forex from freeforex.co and what we did with the 3 free signals. We absolutely have a brand new platform, freeforex.com, that we have the same thing, 3 free signals going out every single week. That should be coming out here in a very, very, very short period of time. We have the first landing page that talks about the success of our signals and the live sessions. That's coming out very, very shortly. We have another landing page that deals specifically with a webinar where you can send your prospects to. We have a sweepstakes page that is all there, but for the advanced marketers. And I want to go ahead and talk specifically about the advanced marketers, because a lot of us, we like to be able to plug and play and move really, really fast. But I have packed so much stuff in this back office with my team to make sure that whoever wants to be super advanced can get there. We're talking Facebook pixels. We're talking Google Analytics, Google Analytic tags. We're talking multiple landing pages, integration with the text message marketing system. There are a couple other tools that me and McCovey are going to be talking about here real shortly. We have retargeting scripts that can go there. And so literally everything that is going on in the internet marketing world right now is going to be, for the first time ever, integrated completely into a marketing system for MLM. Now, a lot of you don't, if you don't know my history, that's fine. I can start pulling out awards and everything, but I'm not going to do it. But the first time that I made a lot of noise in the industry is when I did something that a lot of people didn't think was possible. And that is I recruited 1,600 people personal in 18 months. It's not 1,600 people for the team, but 1,600 personal in my first 18 months. And all that was by using internet marketing. I tell people about that experience because I was able to do that and only talk with 2 people before they signed up. I want you to get that. 1,600 people, 18 months. I only talked with 2 people in that whole entire build before they signed up. Okay? And now all of that is now going to come to Epic. And all of that is going to be included at no additional cost than your IBO fee. So it's included in your IBO fee. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited about what's coming down the pipe. I promise you I'm not going to be super long. I'm expecting that it's going to be here done shortly. It's over 90% done. And I'm going to turn it right back over to Mr. Jonathan Reed and get out your way.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, bro. That was short and sweet. You definitely did that. Let me go ahead and share my screen here as well, because we are down to our last spotlight. Thank you, David. Man, I love your passion, but you know what? Man, you are not a hidden secret. We already know your name has preceded you. Your reputation has preceded you. There are people all over the world of this industry talking about David Lisiaga. Is a very popular name, and we're honored that you chose Epic as well, and really to serve and bring some of those innovative ideas to help really explode this company. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our last speaker, which happens to be our founder. And I was just thinking about this the other day. I was just reflecting on flying into Las Vegas and just having a moment to sit down with David McCovey. And that was really amazing, guys. If you know anything about David, he's a person that loves to have fun, but he's all about empowerment. He's all about empowering people to live their best lives, guys. And so it really reminds me of the quote, because here it is. Yes, I brought an idea to him and really let him know some of the leaders that we've already included within this idea. And we knew that he could be that person to really take this to a whole nother level. But it simply shows that there's nothing more expensive than owning a closed mind. You know, after I spoke with this gentleman, literally about 4 o'clock in the morning, the next morning, David sent me a text and he says, Green, I absolutely cannot sleep. He said, I can't sleep. He's all about speed of implementation. And ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that in 18 years, I've been blessed to be a part of companies that have been around for decades before I ever even knew about it. I've been a part of companies that got started in the, you know, I was able to position myself within 12 months of their launch. I've been able to participate in companies that was nothing more than an idea and participated in the launch and the expansion as well. But never before have I been a part of a project where the launch was absolutely so smooth because the leadership understood what it's supposed to look like, and you have very competent people that met their deliverables, folks. But it really started with this gentleman right here in terms of execution and his incredible vision. Sir, we are honored that you're the founder of this project. We love your mindset. I tell you, it says when a man makes a decision he's going to be successful, the spines of others will start to tremble. And that's exactly what you bring for, because when people see you, they see the massive respect. When they see the brand and what you've accomplished, not only from your travel company that you empowered thousands of lives around the globe, but now here with a vision that we've been able to expand into over 130 countries within a 30-day segment. Man, we're excited about the close of this month. And so we're excited about the vision that you're going to cast as we go ahead and wrap up this Super Saturday training. So when my part is done, it's been a pleasure serving you guys as a co-host here today. But without any further ado, I want to present to some, introduce to others, the founder of Epic Trading LLC, Mr. David McCovey. Sir, I'll turn it over to you.
Absolutely, JG. Can you hear me, brother?
You're coming through loud and clear, sir. And now
listen, if this wall wasn't here, I'd be around here dancing and moving in circles, brother. Every time you speak, I get fired up. Family, please, in the chat box right now, you know what it is with this group. No weak links. I need to see no weak links in the chat box right now. No weak links. This is what our movement is about, guys. I am extremely, extremely excited right now. And I know JG had a screen up, and it was about a part of our program. It's called the Epic Legacy. And we are gifting, well, not gifting because you guys earned it, but we are allowing you to give your business away if something happens in your lifetime. And we always say, if you can't leave it, why build it, right? So if you're involved in anything that you cannot leave behind, why are you building it? This is what it's about. This is what we talk about, legacy building and things of that nature, family. So if you cannot leave it, don't build it. And so this is what we want everyone to understand. You know, I've had some death in the family the last couple months, and, you know, we were in good position to do the right things, but we also see, I know you guys are seeing maybe people out, you know, in the middle of the road with the signs, you know, doing the car washes, raising money for burials. If that is any of us on this line, shame on us. If we have to depend on hands out to bury us, shame on us. So what we're doing right now in Epic is we're allowing you at the position of ambassador and above to be able to leave that in your family estate planning. That's big, guys. We don't want to have to worry about what's going to happen after we're done. That's why we work hard and do what we do right now. So again, this is just one of our components. So we want you guys to see that and understand that that is actually a part of Epic right now. Now, before I go to my little snapshot training, what I will do, we wanted to talk about some recognition. And some of these names are absolutely crushing the deal. Guys, if you paid attention to what our contest was going to be for the Ambassador Retreat, we were going to allow 3 people that had the top 3 personal numbers, top 3 personal recruits for the last week of September to allow them to go to the ambassador retreat with us. If they were already going to go, they would be able to take a cash prize once we get there instead. And so the contest was the top 3 get the trip, and then we were going to do a drawing for 2 more people that had enough personal recruits in the deal. So we have not done the drawing yet. We'll do that next Saturday when we do our next live training that I know our Global Master Ambassador, Jonathan Green, is going to head up. And so we'll do that drawing live so people know that it's real, right? So for the drawing piece, we want you guys to tune in next week, and we'll do that, and that'll be right in alignment with the time of the cutoff for the contest. But for the first 3 individuals that had a chance to win the contest, right, based on their personal production, their personal recruits, these numbers are absolutely ridiculous. Coming in at number 3, we have Paul, looks like Cecido. Paul, if I pronounce the last name wrong, brother, I'll meet you in Mexico, and I promise you I'll get it right from now on. Paul had 56 personal recruits in the last week of September. I'll say that again, 56 personal recruits in the last week of September. Now, all of us that have played this network marketing game for a long time, we know that the average person recruits 2.8 people in their career. Listen to what I said again. Paul did 56 in the last 7 days of September. Now, coming in at number 2, Freedom Influence. I do believe that's Nathan Lucas. Nathan had 62 personal sponsored in the last week of September. 62 in 7 days. Guys, we thank you for that dedication. We thank you for being leaders from the front and getting it done. And now this last one, I remember when I had a chance to speak with these guys for the very first time. I was sitting right out there. It was myself and David Lisiaga, and we were doing a webinar with these gentlemen. And when they have the right name for their group, they're called the Run Guys. Run, Rank Up Now is their name. And when you understand that Nick and Kyle are always running, this number is absolutely phenomenal. This is a triple-digit number, guys. I'm going to get close to the mic so you can really understand what I'm saying. 303. 303. Not in their whole organization, not throughout the month. 3, which is crazy. That's actually my favorite triple-digit number, 303. 303 personally sponsored people in the last week of September. Man, listen, when I say that the family is absolutely taking this deal serious and getting it done, please understand that they're taking it serious and getting it done, guys. So now what we're going to do is now we're going to talk about the retreat a little bit. We are at Barcelo, Riviera Maya, October 30th through November 2nd. Thank you, Mr. Green. That's you working at, or Mr. Iverson. I know somebody. No weak links here. Everybody's always on the job. All hands on deck. That's how we do it, family. The Ambassador Retreat, October 30th through November 2nd. Barcelo Resorts. This was handpicked by our Vice President of Sales, Mr. Mark Sterling. He had been there. He said it was absolutely amazing. It's a new resort that just opened in December. So we are going to show them the epic way. Family, we are going to get here. We are going to love on each other. We are going to meet and greet. We're going to bond, and we're going to set the industry on fire, not with just the footage that we are going to put together here, but the business plan that we're going to come out of this retreat with. So again, the conversation ends about this retreat on the 11th. That's the qualifying ending period. So up until 11th, you have to get qualified for the Ambassador Retreat. Now, it is in Mexico, so there will be passports needed. But again, we want everyone working for this goal. Some people on this line have already done it. I'm going to name, again, these are astronomical numbers, guys. So what we always talk about is don't compare your backstage life to someone's front stage life. I don't want you to say, okay, well, man, these numbers are too big for me, and I haven't done that, so I don't fit. That's not it. You just heard one of our leaders talk about 4 months ago, he was doing a meeting with less than 20 people in the room. Now his organization has 7,500 on balance. So what can happen to you when you make up a mind and decide to go to work? We always say a made-up mind is the most powerful thing in the world. So when you make up your mind to do something, you're going to do it. So really quick, guys, it's always celebrated, not just tolerated with us. So what I would like to do, and I hope that no one is offended, we're going to share some names. Now, we're going to start with people that have an organization size of 2,500 and above. 2,500 and above. I'm going to read off some names. Mohammed D. Congratulations, bro. Salute to you. I enjoyed being on your team webinar with the fam, you and Ryan and the crew yesterday. It was absolutely amazing. Kevin Latmore, CT, Joshua Uribe, Nicholas Live, Samuel Mendez Corriera, Joy Holly, Coach Levere Wint. I see you, Coach. Blake Terry. Where we at? Saran Sharitha, C. Harris, Adman Bijani, Noe Shania, Katura Simmons, and the Epic Duo. All of those people that Epic Duo's in the 5,000. All of those names that I just named were 2,500 to 49.99 in overall team size, guys. Again, that's a big deal. And now when the checks cut next week, after we've converted all of those to 99s, what is your money going to look like? That's what I want everyone to focus on. What are you going to look like? What's your check going to look like? What's your team's check going to look like? Who's converting those people, right? Who's showing people how to be real live entrepreneurs and business owners? Who's having their team upgrade to scholar because they're back there with Coach Max and their team understanding how to be a master trader? These are big things. This is what we're going to work on in the upcoming week, guys, in the next couple days. Now, coming in at 5,000 and above, Epic Duo, Austin Howard, Ryan DeFreitas, Tracy Johnson, Thomas, my guys, Thomas and Ali, very good. Aaron Crosby. Who else is on this list, guys? I'm sorry. I'm scrolling, and it doesn't want to scroll for me. Damon Alexander. And again, you heard it from the man himself, Josh Phelps. Guys, these people, and of course, I didn't name some other names because they do some other things. But these guys and these gals right now that I just named are leading from the front. So please shout them out. If those are your leaders or you know those people individually, give them a text. Say, listen, we see what you're doing. We appreciate it. We know what has to happen in order for you to put together those type of numbers. It's not a me game. It's a we game. So they'll be the first to tell you that it's about their teams and what's going on overall. That's why I appreciate those leaders. Everyone that we've named, whenever I talk to them, their first question is always about the team. Their first consideration is always about the team. That's how you have massive success in this game. No one can build it all by their own. Even the run guys will tell you, yes, they did 303 partners, but what has their team as a whole done? So guys, I'm really, really excited about where we're going. I have a few things that I wanted to share, and I promise I'll be like the rest of the leaders. I will not be long, but I'll definitely be strong. And it's just a really, really simple, let's see if I can pull it up, guys. Uh-oh. Jay Green, do I have screen share ability?
All right, I'm taking care of it right now.
Okay, thank you, brother. I have a couple slides for the family, then we're gonna get on and off of here again because we appreciate it. You guys and the leaders, we're always in a different chat. We've had 97% retention rate on this thing. We've been on for over 2 hours and 20 minutes. So for everyone that's still here, we appreciate you. That shows your commitment and shows what you're talking about doing in this deal. And I tell you, with this lineup that you've seen today, I will take them and put them up against anybody in any company or in any industry. I do not have a problem with putting my money where my mouth is. This group I will take and move anywhere. They are doing an absolutely amazing job. And like we always say, there's no weak links.
You're good, founder.
Am I good? Okay, let me see. It's not showing on my end. I hope. Let me see if I can try something now. Mark, can you see my screen, brother?
No, sir.
We see
Said
you.
no?
We see you.
Okay, let me see if I
You're
can.
the host.
Yeah, I'm on the host, but it's not pulling up my screen. I'm sorry, guys. Uh-oh. Maybe if we cancel the spotlight, let's see if that'll do it. I'm sorry, guys, about this lag. I hate this. Yeah, it's not giving me the option for whatever reason.
Mr. McCovey, is there something you want to send to me to load up for you?
Yes, sir, Mr. Iverson. Thank you. Coming through in the clutch like always, sir. Let me get that over to you right now. We're sorry about this, family. We appreciate your patience with us right here.
And Mr. McCovey, while you send that, while I'm getting that loaded up for you, maybe you want to revisit some of the highlights of the Epic Rewards program and really the thought that went into that, from your position as well, because obviously you had to green light all of that, but there was a lot of thought that went into that and really how that stacks up and compares against other companies and what they may try to do in network marketing and just the passion that we have for making sure that we really take care of our leaders.
Absolutely, Mr. Iverson, I appreciate you, sir. As you get that, I will talk about that. Guys, and this really was a group effort. Again, we do everything in democracy around here. Yeah, I may have to say and sign the check at the end or whatever, but we do it as a group. So when you see things like this that come together, they're always a group effort, definitely spearheaded in this particular instance by Mr. Iverson because he has such a great vision on what should be done and what should not be done. I think one of the things that we have that's really, really powerful is that we've all worked and, built tremendous businesses on what I call that side of the desk. So, again, we understand what, you guys as leaders in the field need. And, that's why we did what we did. And so when you go through, the overall program, we wanted to have something, at the level of Founder 5000 that you guys can fly your flag and say, listen, the company appreciates me. And so, Mr. Mark Sterling came up with the great idea about the dog tags, so that made a lot of sense for us. And that's a hit it and you get it type of thing. I know I took some questions as the presentation was going about what happens with, those particular ranks. At Founder 5000, it's a hit it and get it, right? So you get that dog tag, you get a chance to, to rock that and have that swag and that drip and show everyone what you're a part of and how that company is actually working in your life and benefiting you as you put in the work that's required to have the success that you guys are having. Then we come down to Ambassador 10. That's where you get rings and things, right? And we really, really get excited about that. And, as a group, when we were talking about that, one thing that I promised that we would do that was never done to me, and, some of the leaders know the story, in one of the first companies I was involved in, I hit that ring, and that ring actually broke me out. It was not real gold. It was not real diamonds. And so, I promised that I would never do that, when in position. And in my other company, we have tons of leaders that have their six-figure rings, and we have that locked in because we want you guys to be rewarded for the work that you do. It's very, very simple. Like it's your version of the Super Bowl, right? Because you have a residual income. So, you may see a guy playing on Sunday in the NFL or whatever the league may be. He doesn't have residual income, guys. If he hurts himself or the season's not in, he's not getting paid. You guys are real champions. You have a residual income that's six figures and above when you get to the level of Ambassador 10. We come back at Ambassador 50 and do the trip for two to Dubai. Again, another bucket list. Shout out to Mr. Iverson who took something off his bucket list yesterday. And so it's just building that up, guys. Again, it's celebrated, not just tolerated. You guys are putting in the work that make the company a household name and successful overall. So we want to do that for you as well. Okay, Mr. Iverson, I see me up here. All right, Mr. Sterling, I know you can hear me. Give me a yes, sir, or something if you can see the screen, sir.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, all good. Okay, Mr. Iverson, I guess since you have the controls, you're going to flip through it for me?
Yep, we're on deck. Let's go.
Okay, awesome. Let's get to the next one. Guys, this is things that you must identify to become successful in anything. And these are just some of my mantras and some of the principles that I have. Again, and we always say that we teach life lessons, not just necessarily network marketing lessons. So we can move forward.
All right, he's on it. One sec.
Okay, no worries. We apologize for our downtime, guys. I promise you we'll be better at the next one. Thank you guys so much for staying with us as we work this work and get through this.
If you don't mind, sir, just text it to me. We'll have it up here in less than 30 seconds.
Okay, you want me to send you the deck that Mr. Iverson just got?
Yes, please. We'll have it up for you in a second.
Okay, no worries. Okay, guys, and as we get to that, we'll go back to where we were. Ambassador 50, right? That's the all expenses paid trip for two to Dubai. Again, another bucket list situation for a lot of us, right? I've traveled a lot, and I honestly myself have not gone to Dubai yet. So that we know that that's an amazing trip. So we want to give you guys things that, not just small things, but it gives you real life experiences. And then when we get to the icon levels, we know that that's where the astronomical, extremely, extremely life-changing, legacy-changing income starts to take place. So again, we want to reward that. So when you look at some of the things that we're doing in that section, we talk about the first level, which is, what do we have on there?
It's the Rolex, Ms. McCovey.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you, Coach Max. The Rolex is there. And we moved the slides around, guys, because we actually had that, deeper in the comp plan. But last night, the leadership said, no, put it up to the front. So, again, the Rolex. And some of these things you'll be able to buy, right, when you're making that type of money. But it's not about that. It's about the company showing the appreciation, for the work that you simply put in. I know Mr. Iverson, he's a watch connoisseur, as am I, and I know other leaders have them. I know Mr. Sterling was able to be presented one in a prior project that we were in. So we understand how important that is, to have, and maybe things that you guys may not buy for yourself. You may say, listen, I don't want to spend 50, 60 grand on a watch. I'd rather invest that or do something else with that. So we'll get you those tools and those toys as a token of appreciation. And so then we go to the next level, 200, Icon 200. It's the choice of the three automobiles. So we have the Lexus. We have the Escalade. We have the Tesla, and then we have the Mercedes S550. And so again, your choice, different strokes, different styles for different people. So you may have automobiles already, so you'll get to choose from the ones that you have. Okay, guys, it looks like the slides are up. And this one, immediate transparency and disclaimer. This is not a David McCovey original right here. But this is one of the things that you will have to identify in your life if you want to have any type of success, guys. And it's the three type of people in your life. I mentioned this on a prior webinar. If you ever want a chance to go look at this particular talk point right here, go to TD Jakes, an amazing training or sermon that he did on this, the three types of people in your life. And depending on where you are in your life, you may not know the difference. But when you're looking for extreme success, you need to be able to identify these people immediately. And it's not that any are bad or worse than the others or whatever the case may be, but they'll come at different times in your life, and you just need to be able to identify them. Now, the first one is the most important. It's the confidant, right? That's the people who are with you and who are for you no matter what. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much you don't have. It doesn't matter whether you live in a mansion or you sleep outside under a bridge. These are confidants. These are people that are for you. Now, don't get it twisted. You may, and we see this a lot in network marketing, you may have people who are just simply comrades, right? And we're just going to be transparent. They may be comrades. A comrade is someone who is not for you, but they are against what you are against, right? So again, if we're all in a bar and, it's some group of people outside that want to come inside and fight us in the bar, we may not know all of these people in here, but we are against the same thing, right? So again, it's not a confidant. They're not for you. They are against what you are against. And in the same scenario with that, you have people who are constituents in your life. They may not be for you. They are just for what you're for at that time. Again, that's why we want to make the culture here in Epic different than what we see in other network marketing companies. Most network marketing companies are full of constituents. They may not be for you, but they're for what you're for, right? Because there may be some type of symbiotic relationship in the building or in the growth of the company or that particular organization. So those are constituents. Now, again, these people are not confidants. You want to have as many confidants in your life as you can, right? You comfort those people, you nourish them, you grow and flourish those relationships. So those are the three types of people in your life. Again, this is not my training right here, guys. Please refer to TD Jakes, but I just wanted to get that out there and allow you to understand that there are different types of people in your life. And as you go through different phases and different parts of your journey, you need to know that. Now, this one is pretty amazing. And the slide on this one was it was actually inverted, Mark, but no worries, I can hit them both. This is really big. And what I'm going to talk about after this slide is set point, right? It says, according to multiple studies, about 70% of all lottery winners, okay, that's fine. That's fine. However you want to do it, bro. I got you. According to multiple studies, about 70% of all lottery winners end up going broke and filing for bankruptcy. Lottery winners are more likely to file for bankruptcy 5 times sooner than the average American. Now, listen, the reason that this is important is because it goes to the next slide. Everyone on this line and in life, we all have a set point. Go to the next slide, Mark, please. It's just like the thermostat on your wall, right? If you turn this thermostat to 68, it doesn't matter how cold or how hot it gets outside or inside, this house will stay at 68 degrees, right? That's why you see that lottery winners always revert back to whatever that original set point was, because they did not grow their personal development. They did not grow the inner them. This is why we talk about all the time in network marketing, how important it is for personal development. As you grow, so does your check. Because we are conditioned to be a certain way, guys. It doesn't matter where we're from or who raised us or whatever. We have certain things that are just wired into us and that we've watched and we've become programmed to time after time after time. And a lot of people say, well, if I had this kind of car, I would be able to recruit better. Or if I lived in a house like that, I could recruit better because people would come over and see my house. And it doesn't work like that. You have to adjust you first. Your set point is real. Again, no disrespect to anyone, but I'm sure there's a lot of people, including myself on this line, that have done diets and things of that nature. What happens at the end of it? You always revert back to your set point. That has to change in order for you to change. It's a fact. It's not something that I thought up, or it's not advice. It's what really has to happen. Until you move your needle, nothing in your life will change, guys. So you can't, the lottery winners prove it. You can take a broke mindset and pour as much money on it as you want. That body is going to go back to broke because that's where the mindset is. So in this game of network marketing, we have to understand that we have to be empowered because we have to have a certain level of personal development. You need to read. You need to plug into your mentors. You have to have all of those things in order for it not just to make the money, but to keep the money. Next slide, please, sir. Now, guys, this is big, and I promise I'm going to speed through this because we're a little bit behind. Me and the leadership, we talk about this all the time. Who are you and why are you? The knowledge of self is the most important thing that you will ever learn. When you understand who you are and what makes you tick and what triggers you, what keeps you in the right place, all of those type of things, that's when you will really start to have elevation in your life. You have to understand you. Now, in accordance with that is why are you, right? So in this game right now, when everyone is on this line, why are you here? Why are you wired the way that you are? Most times it's from something that has happened in the past, right? A certain experience or a certain thought process that you got. I'll never forget my breakthrough. My mom, and I don't know if she's online, but she probably doesn't know unless she's heard me speak in public. She may not even understand why I'm the way that I am. I had a very, very good opportunity one time to listen to my mom and my aunt Donna talk. They were talking about how much my mom was making at her job, right? She works for Clark County School District. Basically, that's where all of my family comes from in some way, shape, or form. And, I've been blessed because of the things that they've been able to provide. But there's a couple things that happened in my youth that dictated how I moved going forward. I'll never forget on Wednesdays, I used to get to go to Godfather's Pizza. Like, that was my favorite restaurant in Las Vegas, Nevada, Lake Mead and Las Vegas Boulevard, Lake Mead, Las Vegas Boulevard. It was a pizza place. I'll never forget standing there one time, and this was a couple days after hearing the conversation with my mom and my aunt about how much money my mom made. I'm standing in line. We just ordered pizzas and sodas, and I'm looking. I'm a kid. I think I'm 9 or 11 or something like that. And I'm looking at the board, and I do the math on what my mom had to pay for this meal. It was about half of what she made for the day. Listen to what I'm telling you. Here's a woman who provides for her family, who does very, very well for her family, and what it cost her to buy this meal was about half of her salary for the day. That math doesn't add up, guys. That math, it never added up to me. I used to always hear things. My grandma used to tell me all the time, boy, you got champagne taste on a beer budget. That wasn't an insult to me. I just realized I need to get to the champagne budget, right? So there will be things that you have had happen to you or that you've had a chance to see or witness that will shape the way that you are. Sometimes they're not things that you've gone through, but things that you've heard or things that you've watched. My amazing aunt, rest in peace, who just passed away, I used to have to get dropped off to my aunt's house. And she would take me to my grandmother's house so I could go to school. I got bused to a different school because of my academics. And I would see my aunt every morning. I would be in there, go there and lay down a little bit before she got ready to take me. She'd roll over and I could see through her door and she'd be like this. She was visibly ill every day, having to get up to go to work for somebody else. That helped shape me, right? So why are you the way that you are? Why are you here? Everyone that's on this line, you're here because you want more out of life. We know that that's the deal. So again, like Josh said, what amount of effort is it going to take? Right? So will your lack of effort be the reason that you don't change your situation? Like, it's not up to anyone else, guys. It's up to us. Next slide, Mark. Thank you, sir. Now, this one is big. This one is big. And this one's going to touch a lot of people the wrong way. And I hope that you don't relate that to anyone, particularly on this line or on this leadership call, right? Because we get really busy and we always get back to the family as soon as we can. But the type of value that you always want to bring into people's lives, right, dictates how they treat you, right? How they perceive the value that you bring dictates how they treat you. If you are a person that when you call someone, you get this little red button, you have to do some self-reflection. You're not bringing enough value to the people that you are engaging with for them to answer that phone. Right? We all have people like that in our lives, right? When the phone rings, we look, they don't want nothing. And you keep doing what you're doing. Don't be that person. I promise you, there's people on this line that when you see certain people call, you just don't answer. And you may give them some respect. You don't send them to voicemail immediately because you don't want them to know that you sent them. You might just push the button on the side and let it ring all the way through and let them go to voicemail like that, right? Don't be that person, right? So when you know that the type of value that you bring to a situation, it dictates how the person will treat you, you want to be the one on the green. My leaders know right now, if I call and they don't answer, they might not talk to me the rest of the day because I feel a certain kind of way. They'll take me like, oops, I missed my window of opportunity. Yes, you did. I will try to talk to you next week. Don't miss my call. My calls are important, right? And so we all are those people, right? We want to, when I call Mr. Iverson, he's going to answer. When I call Mr. Lisiaga, Mr. Green, Mr. Sterling, when I call Coach Max, they're going to answer. There's value provided when I call. Everyone on this line, she said, I never missed when you called. I think you missed me before, Tommy Joe. But that's what you want to be, guys. You want to bring a certain amount of value that people want to be around you. Don't be the guy that people push the red button on or turn or let them go to voicemail. Bring value. There's two parts to a relationship. Relationships are like bank accounts. If you're always withdrawing without depositing, that's not a good relationship. No one wants to be involved in that. So when you have people like the leaders on this line and the leaders who are building massive organizations and they get up and they say, okay, look, I'm moving. People move behind them because there's value there. You don't want to be left out, right? You want to have as many ducks as possible. And ducks isn't a negative connotation. It just means when you stand up and walk, people follow you just like ducks. You want to have ducks. That means that you're pouring something into those people. If you're a leader on this line and your people stop bringing you their problems, you should be worried. When your people, when you're down, your junior partners, your organization, the people that rock with you, when they stop bringing you their problems, that means that they no longer see fit for you to lead them. That's the problem. So don't turn people away because they have problems. Pour into people, and you will always be the green button. It's very, very simple. Next slide, sir. This is probably the most powerful, guys. Sight does not equate to vision, right? You come across people all the time that can see. Doesn't mean they have vision. Right? And you walk past somebody right down the street, they can see. It doesn't mean that they have vision. What's more important than a vision is your vision. And I'm going to close with this because I've seen it and I've heard it. People get upset when someone does not see their vision. If you're fired up about Epic, you know the things that Epic are going to do into your life. You know, you can already see where you're going to be, on those slides. You have it everywhere. It's on your computer screen. It's on your TV. Shouldn't be watching TV, should be grinding. It's on your bedroom wall. It's on your bathroom mirror. Wherever it is, that's your vision. That's not your neighbors. That's not your uncles. That's not your cousins. Do not get mad at people because they don't share your vision. God gave you that vision. He did not give it to them. Don't worry about who sees what you see. It's only important that you see what you see. When you start to vibrate, and it is an industry saying, become the person that you want to recruit. When you start to vibrate on that frequency, you won't be able to beat those people away from you. They will find you. I promise you they will. When you start to become that person that you want in your organization, the people will find you. Everything in your life starts to manifest the right way. I was able to partner up with people like Mark Sterling, David Lisiaga, Spencer Iverson, Coach Max, Jonathan Green, all of my other Elite Eight from my other company, and all of the new leaders that are coming around. Josh and Tommy, everybody, Trace, everybody that's coming around right now because I became the people that I wanted around me, right? You cannot be or have the broke mindset or the complaining mindset and all of those things and attract monsters. You can't. They will not vibrate to you. TDJ says you cannot work with somebody who does not share the same vibration as you. It's impossible. It's oil and water. It doesn't mix. Spencer Iverson is never going to partner with somebody who complains all day. Mark Sterling is never going to partner with someone who is having a great day today on Facebook and everything's amazing, but tomorrow he's mad at his baby mama, so he's talking about his baby mama. He's not going to partner with that. Coach Max is not going to partner with someone who's not serious about helping the people. David Lisiaga is not going to partner with someone who cannot think the way that he thinks. Right? So you have to understand that you need to be the person that you want to recruit and that you want to have in your organization. That comes from your vision, not someone else's vision. Jonathan Green said it best when he first got introduced to network marketing, and he talked about wanting to ask his cousin who had failed at something. Take advice from people don't take advice from people not qualified to give it. Understand what you need to be doing, guys. It's your vision. There's still 2,200 people on this line. That means they share the same vision as you. You should be plugged in with those people. Don't worry about those who are not here. Don't worry about those who don't see what you see. Don't worry about those who haven't done what they were supposed to do. Don't worry about those who haven't kept their word to you. All that did was allow you to classify them. That's it. It's very, very simple process, guys. Don't make this deal harder than it is. We have amazing tools. We have amazing leadership. We have an amazing program. We have the absolute best content on the planet. So again, what would your excuse be to not win? Don't look back and say what you should have done. Laugh at the people who didn't do what they should have done. It's a real simple concept, guys. Be the person that you want to recruit. Execute on your vision and your journey. It won't look like everyone else's. It won't. It's yours. It has to be for you. Ride with those who ride with you. When you're celebrating with the people that you had a chance to go cry to. I don't believe in having different sets of friends. Right? When I'm having a good day, these are my friends. I don't celebrate with those and then go cry to the other people because that's the group I go cry to. Those should be the same people. Those are your confidants. Those are the people who are there for you. If you stay locked in with those people, you'll be fine, guys. So listen, that's my time. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but I think it still was an amazing Super Saturday. We appreciate all of you. We thank you for being on this line. We could not be here without you, right? We always say it's not a me movement, it's a we movement. And that's what we're doing right now. Epic will be a legacy company. Epic is the fastest moving thing in the industry right now. Everyone knows it. People that are in this space are watching us. So all eyes are on you. So be conscious of that when you're on social media doing whatever it is that you're doing. Because if Coach Max is looking to recruit a prospect and Coach Max and that prospect knows that she's partnered with Spencer Iverson, they're going to go look at Spencer Iverson too. They're not just going to look at Coach Max. So we are our brothers and our sisters keeper. We have to be accountable to each other. And the face that we show the world is the one that they will judge the rest of us by. So stay conscious of that, guys. Stay plugged in, stay locked in. And we appreciate you. And everyone have an amazing day.